What's going on, guys? It's Catherine, and I am just here in my stained glass studio to do a quick unboxing and slight review of the new HAKKO soldering iron. I just got it actually a couple weeks ago, but this is my first time I've had the opportunity to come into studio to use it. Alright, here it is, soldering iron. I got this from Amazon. I think if you get it directly from the manufacturer, it will come in an English packaging. So far, I have not been able to determine what this object is. If you know, let me know. This is also a different head that I'm used to using. The tip that's on my current soldering iron is more like a Phillips head. So it was interesting to see this, but I believe you can just use some sort of wrench to loosen it and change the tips. It has a very handy temperature gauge that has an arrow, so it points you to the exact temperature that you want to stay at. And then I'm also opening up the stand, which I did have to buy separately. I wanted the stand specifically because it had these copper coils or brass coils, I'm not really sure what material they are, in a little metal container that keeps those coils in there super well. So they sit on this powder coated metal stand, which will be great. It's heat rated for the soldering iron, so it just keeps it in a much safer position than what I have been typically using, and it gets the tip of the soldering head so much cleaner than typical sponge with water, which is what I have been using. The temperature gauge actually will click into place, so it clicks at each of those different heat designations, but you can go to something in between, but it's nice that it just clicks directly into that 410, which is the temperature that I'm going to be staying at. I will also be doing a quick soldering demo for you, but I wanted to show you what my actual studio setup looks like. This is what I'm working on right now. It's like a glass umbrella. I use liquid safety flux that I pour into a glass cup. This is a heat rated glove. I think you can use this for welding even, but I use this for my left hand so I can handle hot glass and solder, etc. I have blue nitrile gloves on both hands to protect my skin from the lead and from the solder and from the flux. The solder that I have is from Hobby Lobby. It's inexpensive to buy it there, and it is a 60-40 blend. And then these are the glass that I'm using for my umbrella. They are just like a purple and clear glass that is obviously wrapped in a copper foil with a copper backing. And of course, I always wear a respirator. I just changed those pink filters so they're nice and fresh. And then this is a little view of the studio and the extension cord that I'm using to plug into my soldering iron. So I wanted to see specifically how quickly this heats up. And let me just tell you, it is so fast. There is a light on the actual body of the iron that will light up blue, and then once it starts blinking, then you know it's ready. And then that was the first time I'd ever cleaned off the tip of the soldering iron, and it got so shiny and so clean. I was so excited. And this is the first time I'm using the soldering iron with two kind of just random pieces of glass that I have just lying around studio. Watch what happens. One last thing to note is just how much lighter the soldering iron is than the one that I've been using this whole time. Alright, and I think that went super well. This thing works amazingly. I am so impressed. It was so quick, it was clean for the very first use ever, and it's phenomenal. I am so excited. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe to be notified for when we sporadically post, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.